That's because I forgot to put my mic on. I was rushing around. I was running late. And that's why you couldn't hear me now. I hope you can now. Oh, goodness. I forgot. I'm so glad you said something. Okay. There we go. As I said, I was rushing around. I was supposed to be here at 5, and I was trying to get a bite to eat. You know how that goes. So, anyway, better late than never, I presume. Hey, Deborah, how are you tonight? Welcome in. Thank you, Tara Moon. I think we got it fixed, hopefully. No, on your phone. It was operator error here. Operator error. I'm not back in the groove yet. I guess y'all saw, or some of you were here for the live we did, the impromptu live we did Saturday night at my moderator Misha's house down in Florida. And so I traveled almost all day Friday. Of course, naturally, first night you're going to stay up and visit late, right? Saturday then, Adia came in and we, visited, did the live, stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning, got up the next morning and drove all the way back. So I'm still not really, there's some thunder, back in my groove yet. Oh my word. Oh, Colleen. Oh no. Oh, what a mess. Bless your heart. Well, I mean, I'm sorry for the person below you, too, who got flooded. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's awful. Well, guys, like I said, I'm getting back in my groove here. I'm trying to get a regular schedule. I actually put things on my calendar today so I can give y'all a little notice of when I'm going to be here. I bet it's a mess. I can't imagine your place and theirs. Well, maybe she does, but it's not your fault. It's not like you turned your bathtub faucet on and went to sleep, right? Oh, thank you. I love my earrings too. These are a gift from one of my sweet students. See if you can see them. They're actually, I know there's a glare. They're owls. Can you see the owl? Aren't they wonderful? They're just my face. Hey, Derek, how are you tonight, sweetheart? All right, let me get them back in my ear, though. I don't have a mirror, so I'm having to feel my way around there. Oh, for real? Come on now. You've been doing this about 70 years or 65, whatever. Can't get it in there. Oh, Colleen, thank you for saying that. Well, I hope so. We'll get back to some positive vibes, yes, for you for sure. Oh, Jane is from Liverpool. Awesome. Well, thank you, Jane. I was rushing around. I don't know. I didn't do my best effort tonight, but I'm here. I guess that matters for those who want readings tonight. I'm here. Florida was so wonderful, Derek. It was a whole lot crammed into, a little bit of time. But Mish was such a fabulous hostess, and I got to meet, she's got 4 boys, and I love boys because I raised 2. And they were such gentlemen, and just, it was just a fabulous, positive experience. And of course, getting to meet two of my moderators in person, that was a treat because they have been such good supporters. And then if you didn't see my post in the community post, go back and look at it. It's got pictures of us. And then Jacob, who is one of my moderators who's here quite often and has been with me a long time, was with us virtually. He couldn't physically be there, but we had him, on the screen and in the room sometimes. It was just so much fun. It really was. So they are still saying it's hot as hell in Alabama. Well, that's right, it is, and that's the thing. I will tell you, though, I was a little surprised. I didn't think there was going to be that much difference in the temperature here in Alabama as where I went down there in Florida, and it was even hotter down there. I mean, they have like daily heat warnings, like don't go out of your house warnings, and so it was, yeah, it's a thing. That global warming, I think, is catching up with us, y'all. Whatever. Joe, that's I'm so glad you asked that question. I am actually thinking about doing some, because I am a meditation teacher and I've taught meditation for close to 35 years. Actually, when did I start teaching? I started teaching in 93. Okay, so 32 years. And so I've been thinking about doing an ASMR meditation video. What do you think about that idea? In fact, I was going to sleep last night by a lady who I think does fabulous ASMR. Now, she's young and beautiful, doesn't have a wrinkle on her face, so I probably would want to do it in a way that you're not looking at old crinkle face here, but we'll see. I'm trying to get creative. The artist in me is trying to get creative, you know. Hey, Russell, good evening. So, I haven't done it yet, but I'm considering doing that. You hate ASMR, Derek? Yeah, it's an acquired taste. I have to admit, it's an acquired taste. But it lends itself well to certain things. For example, like meditation for people who really have a hard time settling down. So, whatever. Hey, Caitlin, how are you tonight? You know, and if it's nobody likes it, then nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? All right, good people. I usually try to do, if I'm here on Wednesday, I do a midweek love reading check-in, but I'm not going to be here tomorrow night, so I thought I'd do that tonight. Amara, I do not currently have any pets. I had a kitty up until, let's see, he died about 4 years ago. And I don't right now. I love them though. I live in a townhome, and like if I had, my son has asked me not to get any more cats because he's highly, highly allergic, so he can't come to my house if I have a cat. And if I have a dog, I have no yard. I have to physically get up and walk them 3 times a day on a leash, and so that's not as enticing for me. And I hate cold weathers. I don't like to do that. Caitlin, I'm doing very well, thank you. I have just had a really busy, wonderful, I was just talking about my weekend with 2 of my moderators down in Florida. We had a fabulous time. Again, y'all go and check out that post I made. It's got pictures of us together. So we had fun, but I'm worn out. All right. I am doing well. Thank you, Judy. So sweet of you to say that. Goodness, you have a lot, don't you, Derek? My goodness. You have 2 dogs, rabbits, and a guinea pig, and a cat. Wow. Wow. All right, well, let me get to it. This is just a check-in to see. I usually do a midweek check-in for those who are interested. Most people want a love reading, so that's what I thought I'd start with tonight. But I am here to do mini reads, so they are $15 with PayPal or $20 through Super Chat. There's a link pinned at the top of the chat, or I guess if you're in, is it there? Yeah, and it's also in the description box. So get to booking, good people, get to booking here. In the meantime, and if you pay by PayPal, please just put a comment here in the chat so my moderators can help me keep up with all that. And thank you to my wonderful moderators, plural moderators, whoever's here tonight. I know, Colleen, you're here, obviously. Okay, let's see. What is happening in the world for my collective in love right now? Let's do a kind of an almost midweek check-in in love for my collective here watching this video. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right. Well, we're busy working. Now, I don't know if that means working, not. We're all just, I know I am just focusing on work. I worked a lot today. So maybe some of you are saying, I don't have time for love this week. Or maybe you talk about working on a relationship. Let's see what comes out here. Desi's here, sweetie. Good to see you tonight. Oh, by the way, because I think, Desi, you were in my higher tier membership. I made a post. I don't know if you saw it. That I'll be doing a live chat for the Soul Tribe family members. That's the higher membership. And I will do Q&A and free readings for whoever is there. And where's my calendar? Thursday night. So I hope you'll come for that. Thank you, Judy, for the super chat. Let me put your name down here and let me get through this collective and I will do your reading. Thank you so much, Judy. Oh, goodness. Colleen has a famous person courting her, and the fame in his work has become a problem. Well, I'm certainly not famous, but, I work. When you do something like this, when you're doing lives, I kind of have to be here where most people are off work. So I basically have 4 nights a week, plus now I've added, I'm going to say this out loud. I'm going to say it out loud. I'm adding a Sunday morning thing when I don't want to, so I'm working on letting go of my resistance on that. So I know how hard it is. And I have a life, and I go to the gym, and, it's hard to get all that in, so I sympathize. And let me know, people, because I've had several people request. I'm going to do a Zoom live meditation class, and I want to get that in. I'll probably try to do it once a week. So if that interests you, please shoot me a quick email. My email's in the description box. It's scorpio1111reads@gmail.com, and let me know, and I'll put you on the list, because I have to have your email or I can't do Zoom, right? Well, I could, but that's not how we're going to do it. Okay, Desi, I couldn't remember. I can't keep everybody straight. But I've got y'all on the calendar to do a live chat also. I think what I decided, because I went back and forth, is every other week, probably on Thursday nights, I'll be doing either all the members live chat, or the alternative Mercury retrograde week, I'll be doing the higher tier memberships. Because I'm only going to do free readings in that higher tier membership. But, I can do readings in any of them, but that one, that's one of the perks. They don't even know they have it yet. I haven't even posted that yet. Shh. I actually did do a community post about it today, just to the membership, so. Well, some of you have communication coming in. All right. Don't you love that when readers do that? And by the way, I was so proud, Desi, you were there. I was so proud of Mish and Adia. Adia has done tarot before, but Mish had never done. She's just starting to do tarot, and she'd never done anything publicly like that. I was so proud. I really put her on the spot, but she did so well. I'm just thrilled, and I think she is too. And Adia, because she might be listening. She often does that. She sits in her little sniper nest. Is getting herself started also. She hasn't told me what her handle is yet, but she's got a real great idea for a channel, and I know she's going to be successful. Oh, Dizzy, that's cool. Well, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. If you can, you can. I know everybody's got a budget. I do understand. She did, yes. Oh, that's so good to hear. I know both of them are awesome. Truly awesome. It was just, again, it was so interesting for me, too, be in person with two people who know the cards, and we basically had a conversation. Well, yeah, I know he did the Seven of Swords thing, or I know he did. It was kind of interesting to talk in those terms. And well, when you pull your reading offline, what did you get? Oh, well, I got this, and you don't even have to explain it. You just know what the story is. That was kind of an interesting sidebar. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let me get back to this. All right. What I don't like, guys, I'm sorry I have to tell you, is this King of Wands here in the middle, which is now, this is not about gender, no gender in tarot. This is a person, and this is a love reading, so this is probably who you're thinking about, male or female. But this is the King of Wands in reverse. Not who we really want to be dealing with, because he's self-centered. He's all about him. He's materialistic. He can be inconsistent, like the Knight of Wands would be. He's just the grown-up version of the Knight of Wands in my mind. And then we have this Fool in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to read this one of two ways here. Hey, William. Thank you. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. I hope you are. So what we have here is somebody may be coming in to tell you, hey, gorgeous, I'm ready to put the work in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, right? But you need to know this is who you're dealing with. This is who's really showing up, in other words. And the truth of it is, I'm not sure they really want to start fully over, or I don't know. The Fool in reverse can talk about taking a risk. I think this is telling, almost like advice for you. Heads up, are you sure you want to take a risk with this person? Because this is who they're coming in as. Mm-hmm. You might want to think about this, because Wheel of Fortune is fated, all right? This is fate, but it also talks about things going in your favor. So that's why I wanted to look and see. That's a kind of a very interesting, speaking of the Knight of Wands. Yeah. I think for a lot of you, you're saying, you know what? I got other fish in the sea. There are other fish in the sea for me. I am ready to put down this business right here. This in and out, this player, this nonsense, this person who has no intentions of committing to me. Even they show up trying to pretend like they're this emperor, trying to pretend like I'm in control because I'm the emperor. I'm all that. Because whoever this is, I don't know if this is someone you're not haven't been taught. I don't know who this is for you, but whoever you thought about when we said we're going to do a love reading, this person is holding on tight to this connection, and yet you are saying, you know what, I'm not so sure I feel passion for this anymore. My collective, may be making a choice about this, some kind of choice. You may be saying, well, oh goodness, I don't want to go that deep. Oh, I see it. So I was trying to figure out what is that noise? It's raining outside. Oh goodness, another landlord. Oh wow. You got people knocking on your door tonight. Right, Desi. To me, he's just one step. He's just got, like, there's the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. To me, the Knight of Wands just he's probably not as old. He's probably got less money. He's less status than the King of Wands. King of Wands just got more experience. Can we put it like that? Oh, that's good news. Working on your own happiness. Amen. Me too. Oh my gosh, 113 for you today? For real? Oh man, I don't know what it was. I meant to look here yesterday or Sunday when I got home. I forgot. I mean, you know, we have that really high humidity here. So it makes it feel hotter than it actually is. Ooh, Desi, that's grueling. All right, let me see. Anything else? Can you tell my collective here so I can get on to Miss Judy's reading? I know, and it actually sprinkled yesterday. I was so glad because I just have a townhome with a little patch of grass, but I've been having to water it every day, so I'm grateful. Ooh, humidity, 73% humidity, man. Where's your chat, Colleen? Are you talking to me or? Now that's interesting. You know there's no accidents in tarot. I love how that happened. You saw me shuffling. Y'all saw it better than I did. I just kind of looked down and there it was. The Fool card jumped from here to here sideways. That's no accident. Oh, okay, good. Glad you found it, Colleen. So, what we have here, I almost said the line from the movie, what we have here is failure to communicate. I didn't say that. It kind of feels that way, to be honest. I suspect nobody here is old enough to even remember that movie with Paul Newman. So this is, when the card, this card in particular is, any card for me, sideways, this means undecided. It's like somebody's trying to decide yes or no about this, whatever the card is. In this case, do I start over, do I not start over? Do I take a risk, do I not take a risk? Because, and I presume this is you, collective. I can't say, but somebody here's waiting and has been waiting. You're waiting for somebody to make a choice. Can we just say that? So I don't know if that choice is about contacting you or putting the work in or maybe choosing you over somebody else, although I don't have those cards here, but that's, yeah, making a choice so that there can be victory. Somebody from your past who hasn't been putting in the work. Oh, this is a reading for me. Sounds like. Yes. So let me get a couple more cards here and we'll call it done. Oh, really, Colleen? You're saying that's exactly what's going on? Cool Hand Luke. Yep, there. That's it, Matthew. That was it with Paul Newman, and I can't think of the guy who, oh, and see his face, I can't think of him, that said that line. What we have here is a failure to communicate. I can't remember the actor's name, but anyway, I'm sure y'all can Google it. Well, amen, Desi. I know it. How can you broaden your horizons? Oh, Lord. Colleen, he's been married 3 times. Well, you know what, though? I know it's easy to judge somebody who's been married a lot, but don't. Because people can change, and there can be really crazy circumstances. Let's keep that in the back of our mind, however. Oh, my gosh, Deborah, you had 5 miles away, you had a tornado on Saturday. Oh, wow. Nobody ever knew it except the people who owned the barn it destroyed. Oh, my God. But it didn't get their house. It just took their barn. Oh, my gosh. I got goosebumps. Oh, wow. Yep, there it is. That's right, Desi. Wishy-washy. Yeah, wishy-washy. Do I go, do I not? Do I go, do I not? He's from the past. That's that 6 of Cups. Yep. Yep, the 3 of Wands came out sideways. Did it? Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see it come out sideways. It righted itself if it did. But I believe you. Oh, 2 of Wands. Well, that's somebody. I want to make a choice, I can't make a choice. I want to make a choice, I can't make it. That would be what that would be then. I saw that on the TV. Wow, yeah, I guess I was just clued. I was doing my weekend with the girls. I didn't know any of that was going on. Where was that, Deborah? I mean, I know y'all tell me where you're from, and sadly, I can't remember it all. Give me 2 more cards, please, on this so I can wrap this up for my collective. Love it when tarot does that. I know y'all remember these cards from the shuffle in the beginning. So this person is trying to hold on to you. They are trying to appear as this emperor. And and particularly in this deck, I'm thinking of another. Tonight is actor night. I can't think of the actor's name. He played, this looks like him. He played in with Harrison Ford. I think it was the first Indiana Jones. No, I think it was, let me take that back. I think it was the second Indiana Jones. Anyway, do you remember that guy? Where the movie where Indiana Jones goes down, he's in the streets of wherever they were, and the guy pulls out this big long saber, whatever that thing is looking, and don't, never mind, I'm getting sidetracked here. But anyway, I don't know who that actor is. I don't know why I'm on that kick tonight. He looks, no, not the actor, but this guy looks quite smug. If you can just look at his face, he looks quite smug, and he just, I don't like it. I mean, he's sitting there like, I am the emperor. People do my bidding. Now, I only really get that energy when he's in the reverse, because the emperor in reverse is, he's not, he's very controlling, enforcing his willpower on other people. But I'm getting that energy off this card tonight, and I think it's just saying this, because this person is holding on to you. They are trying, I think this is trying to pretend he's, again, this person, when in fact he's that person. So I don't know who you got coming in, collective. And I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and these cards also came back out. They were at the bottom of the deck before, but I didn't want to go that deep. The truth is, this person cannot or will not offer you any expansion in this relationship right now. They haven't, I'm going to say, yeah, it feels like have not been nurturing to this connection. You might not even be talking to this person. They played mind games with you. I think they regret that now because it's in reverse. And they either didn't give you the commitment maybe you wanted, or they didn't, this talks about in the upright, the 4 Wands, it's the twin flame card. So you could be saying, you know what, I don't think that person is my twin anymore. Maybe it's just a karmic after all. But this talks about home and family and long-time commitments. In the reverse, it's saying, I think this person might have played mind games with you about that. They might have led you to believe that they were going to commit to you for the long term, and then did not, as in not happening. I'm going to leave this there. Y'all just, I don't know who this is for you. Hopefully this is not my collective acting this way. But some of you do have somebody coming in who's, I wish I could say what I want. There's another way I can read this. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. This person may be deciding, because it's sideways, not there yet, that maybe they've waited long enough. This is also making plans to make a choice to come in, and, they could have been working on their money, trying to save money, to tell you, hey, baby, I have not let go of you. I am, after all, the emperor, and I'm in charge of this situation. Now that means he wants to be in charge, this emperor. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings and I made you feel like I didn't value you and I didn't nurture this connection. Because this card in reverse does talk about somebody wanting to make amends. In the upright, it's a card of self-sabotage. So I can say that maybe for one of you, this person is coming in to tell you they want to try to boss up and be this emperor because they did these things, but that's not how it feels to me. I won't lie. Because they know, in other words, they're owning up to the fact that they did this. But you know what? I'm just going to tell you that's not how it feels to me. I forgot to mute my device here. Let me do that real quick. It doesn't feel that way. It feels like this is who's coming in and he wants you to think this is who it is. So I'm leaving it there. I'm leaving it there, collective. Y'all let me know if this happens this way. And now, I guess I did specify love, but for a couple of you, this could be a work situation. I mean, I have to say that I am getting a little bit of vibe for one or two of you. This could be like a boss that came in and promised you something and maybe now is kind of flaking on you, but he still wants you to think this is, or threw you under the bus in some way. But I really think that this, for 99% of you, this is a love reading where somebody's coming in like this King of Wands. Now, that could be past energy, but I honestly don't feel it. That's not what I'm feeling. Because I'm a feeler. I'm an empath. I feel like they might want you to think that's in the past. Oh, well. Now, you got your heads up. You know. Oh, Charlie, how sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm an old girl, but I still get around pretty good. Okay, Judy, what is your question, love? Let me go back up here and pull your super chat up. And also, to my mods, because you ladies are kind of new, it's very helpful if, as I'm getting into this, if you will post like in all caps so people know what's going on. You have to be mindful of, this is in YouTube's short feeds and people are doing this and they don't necessarily know what's going on. So if they do this and they see your comment in all caps that says mini reads are available, then they might stop. So that's very helpful. Otherwise, all that gets lost at the top and they don't ever see it. So they don't necessarily know what's going on. So if you could do that for me, I would be so grateful. Just, you know, all in caps, mini reads are available. See pinned comment. Or you can just copy that top, do a copy and paste from my pinned comment. That's okay too. Let me see. Let me get back down here. There it is. Okay, Judy wants to know about a job that might be coming in. Oh, thank you, Judy. You posted it for me again. Appreciate that. Hey, Crochet Queen, how are you tonight? You are, wait, you're at your sister's babysitting your niece. Aw. How old is your niece? I'm asking what deck. Okay. 8. Oh, that's a sweet age. All my babies, my grandbabies are teenagers now. Well, Charlie, that'd be something. Take me out on the town and spoil me. Woof. That'd be something. I hadn't had a man do that in a minute. Partly because I have I haven't wanted to date in a while, honestly. Well, Mish, who is my agent, is not here. She's starting a new job tomorrow and she has to go to bed early. So I told her not to worry about it. I figured you lovely ladies would have me covered tonight. Judy, we're asking about Judy. I'm just saying this. Perfect, Desi, that's perfect. Thank you so much. That is excellent. Just what I asked for. Thank you, Desi. I appreciate that. Well, everybody, whoever. That one wants to come out. Yep. This is where you lost the job. That's the ending, Judy. Let's see what else. We want to know what's coming toward Judy, though. Okay, so we know that. What's coming toward Judy in terms of a job? Can we give her some good news, please? Thank y'all so much for doing that. Please and thank you. Show me, please. Oh, wait, is that upright? No, that's in the reverse. Yeah, you're worried about money. Yeah, obviously, right? Here's your job. I think this is, oftentimes, Judy, Tarot gives me the backstory before it answers my question. So hang in there with me, please. Yeah, I would be too. You actually liked this job, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Until you didn't. Until they did that to you. Although, was it a temporary job or or a temporary position maybe? I'm asking that because I've got the Knight of Wands here. This would talk about something that's in and out, or it's inspired and passionate, but it's not always dependable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You are trying to copy. Let me see. Do I need to repost it for you guys? Oh, I love that, Desi. Thank you for doing that too, because I forget. And also, you know what's really helps my channel and the video is if that little heart down at the bottom too. So yes, absolutely thumbs up. And if you hit that heart, it'll open up another little panel with other emojis in it. And that's really sweet. If you hit that, it helps the algorithm too. We got a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands sideways. It was full time. Well, this is probably... What's wrong with me tonight? I can't pick up. I'm not back in my groove yet. I just want... Because the Knight of Wands comes after the Three of Swords. So it just means you... Now what? You know, it's like, okay. Now what? You want to find something you're passionate about. Of course you do. Oh, God. You cleaned up the books and then trained the owner's son. They let me go. Oh. That hurts. That hurts. I'm so sorry, Judy. That stinks. Ugh, that stinks. So I still feel like this is all part of the past story. Yeah, and this is probably your boss. Well, it can be you too, but King of Pentacles sideways. You know, I feel like, and the Queen of Wands sideways, they might be suffering money. They might not have told you that. I think that money might be an issue for them. Ooh, a little side bar. I don't know who this queen... Excuse me. Let me get a sip. this is not really relative to you, but was this a family business? Can I ask that? Was it like a small business, a family business? It was indeed, yeah. Because I'm getting a weird message between me and you. I'm getting a weird message. You don't work there anymore, so it won't matter. But I'm getting this weird message that the boss, the King of Pentacles, has been losing a lot of money because of this woman. Now, I don't know if this is his wife or somebody he was involved with. She's sideways, but she's very self-absorbed. I want nice stuff and I want it now. I'm wondering if he was spending too much money on her and that got his money in trouble. That was just a total side story, but let's get back to you. Yes, okay, that was a side girl. Yep, that's my side girl. Yep, that's why I said it. And because the way they came out like that, I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know either, but anyway, I'm going to put these back now. Thank you, Tara, for telling me the backstory. Yeah, we got that. Now we want to know the answer, what's coming in the future for Judy, please. What's coming in the future for Judy? Please and thank you. No, you don't want to be in, that's right, Colleen. You don't want to be in the middle of that mess. All right, what's coming toward Judy in the future job-wise? Can we show her the energy that's coming toward you? Now, Judy, have you been here before? Because I talk a lot about law of attraction here on my channel. Yeah, powder keg is right. You don't want to be collateral damage. You have. Okay, good. Because you know I talk about that a lot. Law of attraction. So this is, and I talk about that this is just a snapshot. It's just one little point out of the quantum field. And it talks really about the trajectory you're on. So you can change that, right? You can change the trajectory based on how persistent, consistent, whatever you are with your creation, with your law of attraction, your affirmations and visualizations and all that. So you do have the ability to change this. I just needed to point that out. Yes, we know you're heartbroken about this. Yeah, you're feeling kind of cold, and I think this is how you feel they treated you, very cold-hearted. Still telling me the backstory. I don't think this is future. I can usually feel when the energy shifts in the cards, so... oh, interesting. Okay. Hold on. Perfect. Ooh, that's cool font, Desi. Ooh, well, I like that. That really stands out. Really like that. Okay, so this is, we call this card the options, but this is a job reading, not a love reading. It means you have lots of opportunities. So I'm loving that. You have lots of opportunities. Here's another card that talks about opportunities, but it can talk about a happy surprise, something coming your way. We like that. But here's the catch. You have to walk away. This is you walking away from this. And since you've been here before, so one second. Colleen, can you just, are you long pressing it, if like, and does it give you the option if you long press it to copy? Or maybe, I don't know how Desi did that, maybe if you post it like in your notes and copy them and then come in and paste it. Well, let's hope not, Deborah. Because this is looking good, but it does say for you to have this, because this is right in the middle of these cards here, you need to do this, because these are bookending. You need to walk away from this. In other words, because you've heard, as I was saying, because you've heard me talk about law of attraction, if you are down here in this frequency of, I don't have a job, I'm worried about money, I don't know what my opportunities are, maybe it's a small town, there aren't many people hiring you, all that stuff, you can't be a match for what you want up here, which is, I have a great job, it pays me fabulously, they love me, I get the hours I want, I get to work when I want, whatever. These two don't match. And this is not going to come down here to match to this. This frequency is not coming down here to this frequency. So you have to really get out of this energy, Judy, and get up here so that you can, this is here. This is a potential for you, waiting. That's what this is. But you're still over here feeling angry about this situation. So basically, you have to change your energy and your frequency. Get happy about something, not this. You're not going to get happy about that. Change your focus to getting happy about anything. Raise your vibration. And then I think this is just going to slip right in, honestly. That's what the cards are telling me. Because what's becoming illuminated, moon in reverse, is you are about to be this Queen of Pentacles. She's got plenty of money. She's got a job, or owns her own company, whatever. She provides financially for others, in fact. And I think you're putting this, yeah. I just got a weird message off this. That's why I'm hesitating. You're putting this Six of Pentacles in the reverse in the past. Because when it's reversed like that, it can mean, according to this, I'd never even seen that before, strings attached. Somebody giving something to you, strings attached. What I'm feeling from that is, though, it's like, how can I put this into words? Well, it's talking about this energy again. And so you got to kind of cut the cord with that. Because you're sitting here. This is where you're sitting in this Ace of Cups. That's what's holding you back. That's what you're focusing on, is how unhappy you are because they didn't give to you. Why is my screen doing that? They didn't, you feel like the universe has dealt you an unfair deal, so to speak. When you do that, that's when the sun's going to come out. Because Spirit's acknowledging that you're the wounded warrior here. You worked hard. You fought all of those battles. You worked hard, but you're still standing, right? So you just have to make a choice. Now, this talks about, this is the Lover's card. It is a choice, but it talks about harmony, okay? Making a choice. Loving yourself is what this is feeling to me like. And that's when your new life starts, right? That's what you want. Hey, Cherie, how are you tonight? Judy says, I see, because I did an awesome job, right? And who knows? Who knows? That's where I need to work on. Yes. I mean, it says it's here, right in the middle of your reading, this Page of Cups. This is, sorry. Creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibility, Happy surprise, dreamer, sensitivity, new love, a career meeting, a career reading rather. This card means a new opportunity, a new love, something you love, right? Right next to this is you have no idea how many choices you have waiting for you. But you have to walk away from this. You have to walk away. Yeah, that's the message, Judy, essentially. It's interesting these cards keep coming back around. Anything else you want to tell Judy about this, though? Oops, let's see. Yeah, oh, see? Tarot's just repeating itself. You have to stop doing this. Worrying, worrying, worrying. Yes, inner turmoil. You got to release it when it's in reverse like that. And it essentially falls right underneath that Three of Swords. So that's what it's talking about. What else you want to tell Judy, please, and thank you? Anything else? Hey, Patrick, it's going well. Thank you. Appreciate that. I started to say something else. It's going well, period. Yeah, yes. You've been, this, and this is disconnecting you from your intuition, so you're not able to hear it. Now, why that's important is if, let's say, you're in this energy and your intuition is telling you, hey, you know, go out to lunch, and you're saying, go out to lunch at so-and-so, and your intuition is saying, no, I just lost my job, I don't want to spend the money, that's not smart, I'm just going to stay here and, you know, look for a job in the newspaper. What you don't realize, your intuition is telling you to go out to lunch to this place where you're going to meet somebody who you're the perfect fit for who they're looking for in their company. So it's important to listen to your intuition, and it's saying because of all this that hasn't been happening for you, and that's lovers won't go away. Yeah, you're making, you know what's that quote I love? If you're not changing, you're choosing. I'm just saying, I think that applies here, Judy. If you're not changing, you're choosing. Anything else you want to tell Judy, please? Hey, Miss Manu, how are you? How are you tonight? Oops. Well, Cherie, I'm sorry to hear somebody's been scamming you. I don't know what that is about, but I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's just kind of continuing to tell the same story. Yeah, we know it. Well, it actually, the Ten of Cups in reverse. Disharmony, obviously, unhappiness. But it can talk about misaligned values. Now, I'm just going to say misalignment. I don't think you have a problem with values. I don't see that. Do these want to come out? Yeah, and I know you feel like you're exhausted and you're just tempted to give up. Tempted to give up. Thank you, Miss Manu. I got you. One second, let me write your name down. Now, you guys do know readings are $20 if you're paying through Super Chat. $15 if you pay through PayPal. That's because YouTube takes so much money. They take 40% plus taxes. Okay. So I need y'all to pay the right price, please. Thank you very much. I'm not being greedy. I'm just saying the price is there for a reason. I'm not nothing. Nothing. I'm not going there. Judy, I just feel like this is kind of repeating the message here. Oh, interesting. The Chariot in reverse. I know you feel like you're not going anywhere. The this can, sometimes, not often, but this card can talk about a lack of confidence, like you feel like, I don't even have the strength to fight for this anymore, you know, and I get that. I do. It just sucks. Excuse my unladylike language. This is Mercury retrograde and being tired talking. Again, it's just lack of direction, Chariot in reverse. Nothing's moving, nothing's happening. You're getting worried. Clearly lack of direction, right? I mean, that's obvious. But this ends, and I love how this ends for you. This ends with an Ace of Swords, which talks about mental clarity. Yay! Mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, epiphanies. About what? About your new beginning. I love that. I love that. About your new beginning. Yes. Hey, Judy, also, do you have a skill? Like, are you an accountant? Because I'm getting a real vibe here about you having a side gig that you could make your profession, like starting your own business. If you're an accountant, for example, just hanging your shingle out there and advertising yourself. Something like that is what it feels to me like. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for letting me know that. I'll put you down right now, because I've got it muted. It wouldn't have told me that. So that's what this feels like, Judy. You're going to get a new beginning. You're going to get clarity. When you shift this energy we talked about, that new beginning is going to come in. But I did want to ask you, I could do that because I keep, you know, I know we had that King of Pentacles. Remember at the beginning we had the King of Pentacles sideways and the Queen of Wands sideways. And I asked you about that little side story. But she's shown herself 3 or 4 times while I've been shuffling here. New beginning as a Queen of Wands. Now, she's in the upright. She's an entrepreneur, and I keep hearing that every time she's come out in the upright or shown herself when I'm shuffling. She's an entrepreneur, and look, entrepreneurship potentially is a very happy choice if you decide to go that way. Yeah, it'll be a little rough, you know, starting any business is a little sometimes tough. I won't say every time, but you know, it's an effort, believe me. But look, then you've got this manifestation. I love that. This is also my student card, so it talks about learning a lesson, learning something, being the student. Well, that's what pretty much opening a business on your own, you're going to be the student. There's a lot of learning curve where that's concerned. But it also talks about skill development, desire, diligence, financial opportunity, and manifestation. What are you manifesting? Drum roll, please. Ace of Pentacles. This is abundance. I mean, it's some kind of a new career opportunity. Oh man, I love that for you. I just feel like that might be the way to do it. And I'm not telling you not to look for another job, but what if you did that until you get a new job, and then you might be surprised. That might turn out to be, I mean, you might get overloaded with business overnight. I like this for you. A new business, yeah, your own business. You're the boss. Start your own accounting business or whatever this thing is you do on the side. You said you balance the books. So I kind of thought maybe you were in accounting or something. I think so. That could be awesome. I'm feeling really good about that actually for you. But either way, you still have to work on that past energy to shift it. And I wouldn't launch it. I know this seems like forever. I wouldn't launch it until Mercury is direct, which is not until like August 11th, and then it's in shadow another week after that, because it's not, it wouldn't be the best time to launch it. You might consult an astrologer for that. You probably have some better days for that upcoming in the next few weeks. That would be that would bless your start for that. But that's my feeling. I think you could make a real go of that. hope that was helpful, Judy. I'm excited for you. See, I don't see that as a loss. I see that as a wonderful opportunity that's just kind of sitting there waiting for you. Tag, you're it, as they say. Tag, you're it. Look, and here I am shuffling. It won't go away. It's saying yes. Tell her to go for it. Gosh. Awesome. See, you always wanted your own business. Yes. Why not? This, I think, was it Colleen that said that earlier about might be a blessing? Sometimes rejection is protection, yes, but this might be, you would have never done that had you not been fired from your, or let go, whatever, from your job. And now, why not? Right? Oh, goodness, Colleen, you're still dealing with the landlord, huh? Oh. So anyway, hey, Shark, I haven't welcomed everybody, but hopefully my moderators have been on top of that. They're busy too. You are very welcome, Judy. I'm wishing you lots of luck, but honestly, I think you just need to get busy manifesting, and you don't need the luck. I think you got it. I think it's right there waiting for you. You just have to be a match for the energy. That's what I have. Love that, Desi. Thank you so much for keeping me on track. Okay, Manu. What is Manu's question? Let me go back up here. Did you post it? There you are. Should I wait for Avinash? Didn't we already read for you? Are you telling me you've been manifesting and you want to check and see if you've done some good there? I think I've read this question for you before, and that's okay, because I actually have people who come here and I talk to them about law of attraction, and they go home and they do that homework, and then they come and ask the same question just to see if the energy has changed. And that's why I asked you that, Manu. I didn't know. It feels like we have done that before. I'm asking what depth for you. So that's kind of cool, isn't it? To be able to do that. It's a nice way to check and see if you're, affecting the energy. I wish you a blessed day as well, Judy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you purchasing a super chat and coming to visit me here and telling other people about my channel. Thank you. I thought so too. Thank you, Colleen. You got a better memory than me. Yeah, memory. But I guess I just do so many readings. Sometimes it jumbles. Are you gonna tell me? I'm talking to my team. Are you gonna tell me what deck, please, for Manu? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. Avinash, am I saying that correctly? Should Manu wait for Avinash? Okay, Daisy, thanks for letting me know. Should Manu wait for Avinash? I'm going to have trouble saying that. I'm not going to have, sorry, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Well, things are certainly, not moving. Yeesh. Okay, who did what here, Manu? I got a 7 of Swords. So the Chariot says, we're not moving, nothing's moving, lack of direction. Yes, I think we know that. This is deception or lying and cheating, but in the reverse, it can talk about somebody wanting to make amends. So I don't know who did what here. Was that you? Are you the one wanting to make amends? Yeah, I think maybe so. You're probably the Page of Wands here. You're curious, first of all, what's going on with this person. You're curious why they haven't answered your text. You're curious and hopeful. Oh, good. Aaron's got questions. Yay. Colleen, I love that you put that too about asking them to respond, because I really, really do. Well, Aaron, that's an interesting question. I want you to, have success in that, but we are doing mini reads tonight. You're going to have to buy a reading for me to give you that answer. I hate it comes down to that. Now, if you are a member, just as a reminder, for my family, Soul Tribe family members, because that just reminded me, I will be going live Thursday night, and for you, I'm doing free readings. So, just letting y'all know that. That reminded me. I'm cutting back on the free readings because it takes so much time and energy. Although I will be doing a free reading giveaway in August. I'm just not going to announce it this week. I'm going to wait till the 1st of August to announce it. Okay, please tell me. About Avanesh for Manu. Okay, one more. Thank you. Oh, he's still hurting. He's still hurting. But this is in reverse. So that means this has already happened and it's healing, although, they're still there. It means failure. It didn't work. Okay, let's keep going here. So, yeah, he's hurting. I think he's curious about you too, though, I have to say. Thanks, Kimmy. If I may need to ask you to post that when I'm finished with this reading, but if it's not, just if it gets lost in the chat, but maybe it won't. Let's see how it goes here. So, what can you tell me? What else? How else is he feeling? One second here. Yeah, and that's why I was looking back at your question. My team and I like to get a little backstory, so I will ask you a question that way. I will. Because I feel like that's what's happening here. It's just telling me the backstory. Yeah, which puts you at this crossroads. Now, please, team, please, let's answer the question, please. Should Manu wait? Make it clear, please. Should Manu wait for Avanesh? I have, Manu, 2 cards of communication here. A Page of Swords and a Page of Cups. And then the Three of Cups in the middle. Now, to me in a reading, I have to say this. Even though this is in the upright, I'm going to tell you two stories about this. Three of Cups in the upright typically means celebration. However, when it's in the same reading or close to the Three of Swords, this talks about a third party to me. It would scream that if this was in the reverse. It's not in the reverse, so you apply that if if it applies, fine, and if not, just forget it. Third party can be job, can be distance, can be health, can be anything. It doesn't necessarily mean a third party. So this person could be wanting to communicate with you about what this was. Because I feel like your person is confused. Again, I've got this crossroads. Now, I know I'm not answering your question. I'm going to get to you. I'm not going to leave here unless I answer your question, so bear with me. Tarot has a process with me. My team has a process with me. I know everybody wants a yes or no. That's just not how I operate, so I'm going to get to you. I got to get through this to get to the answer for you. So your person is thinking about communicating to you about this. They're confused because I think they know they owe you an apology. But now, again, both of these cards can talk about communication. Because there have been secrets, clearly, and they're afraid either that they can't put the work into this relationship, and they've been your person's been up in his head, overthinking this, overthinking this, overthinking this. But I do have this card of communication. However, behind that is this, which is what we call the player card. And that's probably so in other words, that just might tell me your person's still going to kind of be in and out, which is disappointing for you. Of course it would be. And you feel still stuck in limbo. And you, I think, have lost passion for that. You've had enough of this disappointment. You don't want to wait on that. This feels very familiar to what I read for you last time. You're done fighting and competing for this person. And I think Spirit's telling you to get single. So that would mean... Well, I know it is. Tell me about it. 4.5 years for me. So I know. It is hard. I'm going to have to turn my fan on here. Yeah, I just feel like this person is not where he can give you what you want. Now, I'm going to ask this question differently, which I should have done to start with, but whatever. So, Kimmy, I appreciate your patience very much while I'm getting to the bottom of this. And y'all, excuse me one second. I've got to turn my fan on. It's getting warm in here. Oh, wrong one. Okay. So I'm going to ask 3 shuffles, and we're asking, what does it look like? What does the future look like if Manu does not wait on Avinash? Yeah, those same cards came out. I'm putting them back because we already got that message. It's not the agreement I had. So, all right, behave. But at the bottom of the deck, I've got the Judgment card in reverse. What is the future? Give me 3 cards. What does the future look like if Manu decides to not wait for Avinash? One, two. Ugh, yeah. I don't think it's going to look very bright for you, for this relationship. Okay. If you decide, now I said if you decide to not wait, you're going to be doing this, overthinking it. That's analysis paralysis. You're going to be doing this, sleepless nights, anxiety. But, you need to heal. You need to heal. You need to take time to heal because this decision is going to make you feel like I'm left out in the cold and I don't want to be out in the cold. I don't want to be out in the cold. You want, where there was deception, you want truth and clarity. So when you pull away, for whatever reason, and you don't nurture this connection, I feel like you're going to lose confidence. Apparently, you have a lot of identity tied to this relationship. Like a lot of your self-worth, either as a woman or as a person, is tied to this relationship. Can I say it like that? Now I want to ask, where did my moderators go? Page of Swords again. Goodness, tarot is just not wanting to be all that clear with me tonight. Yeah, you want it. Oh, I got it. You want communication. You want. Now I want to ask, there's the Tower in reverse, which is an internal tower. No, yeah, okay. Now I'm going to ask, what is the outcome for Manu if Manu walks away? Wait, this is if you don't walk away. Yeah, if you walk away. One more. What does the future look like? Well, what's at the bottom of the deck? Oh, you can't. You've got to be kidding me, Tarot. I've never had a reading like this, Manu, and I'm laughing. I'm laughing not at you or your reading. God, Tarot is funny. What? How can that be? I've got 3 cards for you here on that answer to that question. And at the bottom of the deck, now you saw me shuffling. I'm not a magician. I don't have sleight of hand. You saw me shuffling. The exact same cards ended up on the bottom of the deck. The Lovers in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, 7 of Swords. The same cards at the bottom of the deck. I cannot make that up. I know. This is not helping. I get it, Manu. I'm frustrated. And I mean, just because it won't give me, it seems to give me the answer, any kind of clear answer for you. Honey, hang in here with me. I'm not giving up. Don't you give up here. I'll get another deck if I need to. I know. Oh, that's what it is. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. So, Kimmy, I'm going to ask you, once again, I'm going to thank you, rather, for your patience. I just realized all that mess going back and forth this weekend, and I didn't clear the deck. I just realized I didn't do that, so I probably need to. Some of these didn't get used. Some of them did. I'm not saying it's not going to give me the same answer, but the way this looks, because over here, if you leave him, you're going to meet somebody new, and your money's probably going to get better. But then you're not going to heal the core issue, not because. You may feel like your wishes and dreams go away with this person. But I think what it's saying here is you might meet somebody else. But that being said, hang on, I'm going to pick a different deck because that one wasn't cleared, and I know I just could feel there was something weird with that. Okay. Okay. What should Manu do? Should Manu leave? You need to release this, yes. It's toxic for you, Manu. It's toxic. And we have that Four of Swords in reverse again. It means you're not healed. The situation is it's holding you back from healing. So the Nine of Wands in reverse is the wounded warrior. He's always got one more fight in him when he's in the upright. In the reverse, it's saying, you need to put it down. You need to put it down. What do you need to put down? You need to put down this person from the past. You need to stand and hold your high ground, in other words. You may have to defend yourself against this ending. Let me put it that way. Well, let me see if I can say that differently even. This is defending the high ground, yes, meaning the stance that you take to end this person may put up a fight. In other words, they might not like that of course they wouldn't. Of course they wouldn't. But this is the Ten of Wands. This is the end of carrying. He's got all those wands, and you're saying it's such a heavy burden. You don't need to carry this anymore. This is the end. This resets to the Ace of Wands, which is what would be next in this journey if you put these down. Yeah, the Devil in reverse, this is being released from toxic energy. You may need to take some time out, hermit yourself, get a new perspective, go into the cave, ask for guidance. But when you do that, balance is going to return to your life. Balance is going to return, and you're going to be happy again. Okay, thankfully this deck spoke clearly. So, Manu, I know that's sad. That makes me sad. I can feel your energy, and I know you're sad about that. I feel it. But sometimes the best thing we can do is give ourselves closure, right, and walk away. Yes, they do, Desi. They do come. Yeah. Manu, that's the answer. Sorry that it took me so long to get there for you. My apologies. I had forgotten I didn't clear that deck, or several of these. I'm going to have to do that as I go through here tonight. Yeah. There we go. That's it. Spirit saying, free yourself from the toxicity of this relationship. You have any advice, anything, or are you done talking? Are we done? Yeah. Cannot be clearer than that. Walk away. Walk away. There it is, Manu. That is the number one card for me of leaving. I know the Spirit's saying, I know you still love this person, but you've got to go seek a victory for yourself because you're still going to be juggled. I don't know, juggling what? Maybe he's juggling a job, whatever. It's saying it's reckless to continue. Yeah. Yep. That's the card right there. That had come out in the beginning, we wouldn't have been here 30 minutes, but that's it. It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. So it's saying walk away. Manu, walk away. I know that's hard to hear, but that's what's in your best interest. It sounds like your ex, Desi. Yeah. And that's right, too. Never give somebody power and control of your life. Leaving yourself is, and it's a choice. Giving yourself closure is definitely a choice. And not an easy one. I wouldn't say it was easy, but yeah, it's not easy. Believe me. Okay. Thank you, Manu. Again, thank you for being patient as I worked through what that problem was. And now I know it was the decks needed to be cleared. I love that. Y'all are so supportive. I love that. There you go. That's right, Deborah. You need to give yourself acceptance and closure. Yes, indeed. All right, I'm going to move on now to Kimmy. Now, Kimmy, you asked, what can you expect for the month ahead? Are you asking about job or love and romance? Kimmy, is that question so I have an idea about what direction to go here when the cards come out? So we want to know what is coming toward Kimmy. What can Kimmy expect in the next month? I'm going to put that up there. We'll see. Love and romance. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Desi. Well, speaking of closure, you know, I didn't really get the question out, so I'm iffy about whether I should put it back in the deck and shuffle it, but I'm making note, the World card sideways means maybe you're deciding if you want to end a cycle or not, or somebody else is deciding that about you. So let's see what's coming toward Kimmy this next month in love and romance. Ooh, all right. Secrets. Oh my goodness, here we go again. Secrets. Are you walking away from something? You walking away from this King of Cups, or are you the King of Cups? Okay, hang on. Let's see what else comes out. Ooh, fast forward movement by somebody. We got the Chariot. Things are moving, for sure, for sure. Let's see. So what you don't see coming is this Chariot that, you know, and the Emperor drives the Chariot. I don't know. We'll see who else comes out, but, ooh, oh, well, what you don't see coming is you got a soulmate coming in here, some kind of love situation. My goodness. Ooh. Ooh la la. Now, I don't like that. What is it? You saw me shuffle your cards. Guess what's back at the bottom of the deck again? Guess what's back? Yeah, Three of Cups in reverse. We'll wait to see what else comes out. Finally, finally, I know. So now I've got I don't know what to make about this Three of Cups in reverse. We may pull an extra card or two on that card. So we've got the Nine of Cups. That's personal happiness. That's lovely. Woof, yes. Hey, Christine, how you doing tonight? Well, come on in. Come on in. Get yourself a cup of tea or wine or whatever your preference is. Join us here. What else is coming towards Kimmy this month, please? And thank you. Yeah, something flipped. Oh, yeah. Oh, two. I'm doing very well, thank you, Chris. It looks like it's unfrozen there. I don't know about on my screen, hopefully. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, it froze again. I know. It happened the other night, last week, too. What's going on with YouTube? I did, but I'm okay now, right? I'm unfrozen. I am on my screen anyway. Good now. Thank you for letting me know that, Christine. So, Kimmy, yes, what I was going to say is, Desi said this can sometimes be gossip. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. But here's the thing. I've got this King of Pentacles. So this could just be, it doesn't mean a bad person, but somebody who might not have a lot of money, might not be particularly stable. And this person coming into your life very well could cause a tower moment for you. Now, a lot of people don't realize towers can be good too. They're not always bad. You know, if you meet the love of your life, that's a tower moment to me. It's going to cause you some sleepless nights, though. And so, again, this is instability, or somehow you might... Well, I'm not going to speak of that. Let me shuffle some more. Yes, Miss Manu, you're very welcome. I'm sorry I have to give you that difficult news, but that's what, yep, walk away. Walk away and fill your cup. You know, I always say that. Fill your cup of love. Jay, how are you tonight? Jacob. Is that right? Is that a thing when you join the King of Pentacles? That's because you are the King of Pentacles. But you're in the upright, not this guy over here who's in the reverse. Well, I like that the Justice card came out. That's awesome. So this could be anything from saying this person will treat you fairly and just. It could be somebody who works in the justice system, you know, anything from a judge to a policeman, a clerk at the courthouse. I mean, it can be any of those things. Yeah, Jay, me too. I'm not in my finest hour yet, Jay. I'm still recovering from the weekend, but better by the day. We had a large time this weekend. I know. Still, yeah. Oh, really? You and Jay started hanging out? Oh, I love it. Desi, that's awesome. Oh, that's way cool. I love that. Isn't this one of the things I love about YouTube is how it brings people together. I mean, come on. That is so cool. Okay, well, let's see. Now, I'm wondering, you know, I don't, Okay, this could, I'm not going to say it's somebody from your past. I don't have that card. I'm going to read it different. It peeked out, but it didn't come out. Kimmy. The Judgment card talks about somebody who is awakened. That's good. It can also talk about this is a tower moment that causes you in some way to awaken, right? Rebirth. That card can mean rebirth. Spiritually awaken. Come alive again. That can mean like if you were dealing with a previous heartache or something and you weren't really interested in anybody and this person comes here and boy, you perk up and okay, got my interest. Now that I don't understand there. Why is that? Okay, I get it. You or this person. I don't know. Apply whichever fits, Kimmy. No past person, I hope. Well, I didn't have that. Quentin. That would be the Six of Cups for me. So, and it's not here. It peeked out, but it didn't come out. Don't like that at the bottom of the deck. Desi, that's kind of why I made that comment earlier. And I will check your comment about that in a moment. I did address that, not directly, but... and I can't tell. See, that's the thing on Super Chat. I'm talking to my moderators. The thing on Super Chat, it just gives me a color. Now, that color is a range. It can be, and I don't know what that color is, but I think it's like $5 to $10 or something. So, yes, I'm aware it's not the right amount. If that's what you mean, guys. And I did address that. So as moderators, you guys can just talk to that person directly and say, this is how much it is, pay the difference or something like that. How much is it when you converted it, Desi? Because obviously I can't stop and do that. Can you, what? Oh, you're kidding me. Not even $1? Well, that's different then. Okay, thank you. Thank you for doing that, Desi, because I can't stop and do that. I mean, I knew it wasn't the right amount, but I didn't know how much difference it was. Thank you for that. Now back to Kimmy. Something weird is happening right here, Kimmy, and I'm trying to figure it out, so thanks for bearing with me here. What is coming towards Kimmy and love here? I'm not sure about these last couple of... The energy just shifted here, and that's what I'm trying to figure out what this is saying. Doggone it. Okay. So, Kimmy, I'm going to read this because I still don't have that Six of Cups. Normally, I would say the three, I mean, you can't have this kind of hurt with somebody that is a complete stranger. So that makes me want it, and it fell right underneath the Three of Cups. So part of me is going to say to you, I mean, this could be somebody from the past, but again, I don't have that card. So I'm going to read it like this, that whoever this King of Pentacles is that's coming to you, doesn't make them a bad person just because they don't have money. Of course it doesn't. But they could be, the other way I can read it, this person who's coming to you could be struggling financially because of a tower moment they had. They had some kind of awakening in their life, and they're still healing from it. They were, really stuck up in their head, analysis paralysis, but now they're coming out of that and they're having clarity. What are they having clarity about? About their healing. Something here broke their heart and they're healing from that, right? And now that they're healing from that, they're making plans. They're looking at distant shores. They're making choices in their life to collaborate. So this could just be speaking about, and we've all been there, somebody that may have just gotten out of a difficult relationship. If somebody divorces, that usually takes a toll on their money. So it could be that. But, so I think this person is, wait, let me read that. Yeah. And so it looks to me like they're making plans to collaborate with you, I presume, is this Queen of Wands. They think you're very sexy, you're very attractive, you're capable, you could be a business person or an entrepreneur. It looks to me like they are choosing you. They are choosing you. Yep. Or making a choice in love, making a choice to love again is another way I can read that. Is that what that is, Jay? Bot script? Yeesh. All right. Now, okay. This person, Kimmy, could be maybe still finalizing, and this could explain why this Justice card is here. This person may be still in the process of getting a divorce, and so they might not quite be finished with that yet. But they're making plans, and this may require you waiting a bit for this. It may require you waiting for this person to walk away so you can have this happiness here. All right, I gotta say it. Six of Cups is here. I'm sorry. Now, this can be somebody from the past. Don't shoot me. But it can also talk about this person is walking away from someone from their past. Yes. And I can also read it. Where is it? Yeah. Well, how did I ask the question? I got to go back to how I asked the questions. What's coming towards you? Yeah. Because I could say this is you walking away toward your sunshine, to your happiness from something from the past. Somebody that you loved, somebody you had hoped to have victory with, but maybe they juggled you. Maybe they were a player. And you decided to put that down and not communicate with that person anymore. That could be a message from, your past, if that resonates. If that's not you and that's not your message, then this is the person coming toward you. And it's very positive, but it just says they may still be dealing with something. they may still be dealing with somebody in their life in this justice system and getting over a tower and still healing. So may have to wait on them again this is waiting for your ships to come in. Waiting for that. So that might explain why we have this world card. Remember we started out with this world card sideways? Why it's not upright, or, because it may take a while for this energy to settle in and this person to get finished with that business if that's what they're dealing with. Captain Seahorse, are you my biggest fan? Thank you. So, Kimmy, can you sound off, please, in the chat? I don't know. We got all the bots out tonight. Is that what y'all are dealing with over here? Most of the comments are being deleted. I presume that. I know I saw some of them. So, is that what's going on, Jay? That's crazy. People got nothing better to do, right? Okay. Thank you, Jay. Okay, Miss Manu, my moderators are telling me that this amount, because I can't research and stop and do the reading, is not the right amount. Okay. Yes, you have to send $20 US if you're going to want another reading here, Miss Manu. So, Kimmy, can you sound off, please, in the chat here for me? Let me know you're still here, please. Thank you, Jay and Desi, for being on top of that. Because it happened the other night with that person, but I didn't know the amount was that off. You were needed. You're always needed, Jay. Don't you ever doubt that. You're always needed. Yes. I know you see, Jay. I know you do. Y'all are fun. All right, Kimmy, are you still here, Kimmy? Kimmy. Are you still here? Please sound off for me. I'm waiting to wrap this up, but I wanted to connect with you. Have you clicked off already, Kimmy? I can't wait forever, honey. Come on. However, Kimmy is my last reading, you guys. So if you want a mini read, now is the time. Now is the time. All right. Well, I'm putting these back, Kimmy. Hadn't heard from you. And I don't think Firefly's Lane. I don't think you're Kimmy. Pretty sure. I'll be happy to, Erin, if you pay for a reading. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened to Kimmy. I don't know. Maybe she's going to come back. So that happens, I guess. People get busy. Have to answer a phone call, whatever. Kimmy, I hope that helps. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here and purchasing that super read. What did I say? Super read, super chat. Super chat. Okay, I'm mods. I think that's all I have that I know of that's paid for. May have left because of trolls. I know it was pretty ugly. Tuesday nights aren't usually bad that way, but I guess this one was. Miss Manu, it's about dollars, U.S. dollars. The amount you sent was equivalent to $1 U.S. dollar. This reading cost 20 U.S. dollars. That's the deal, is the difference in the amount of money. And if you'd like to send the difference, I'm happy to do the reading for you. More readings for you. I've already done a reading. In fact, I did 2 readings to answer 2 questions for you on the last live, not knowing that that was the actual amount you were sending me, because I can't stop to do the conversion of the currency you're using versus my currency. So if you want a reading, you'll have to send the correct amount of money. Okay. Jay, I don't think, well, let's cool off, everybody. Just cool off, everybody. We don't, hold up. But yes, if you spam the chat, you will be banned. We don't tolerate that. Now, moving on. I don't think I have anybody else in line. If anybody wants a mini read, please make your request now. Or if anybody has just a general metaphysical or esoteric or maybe just spiritual question that I can help with, I'm glad to try if it's in my wheelhouse. If you're curious about anything or about tarot or something, please type that. If it's just a general question, not a personal reading, please type that in the chat. I'm happy to answer and address those kind of questions. And if not, I'll call it a night. I will call it a night. So last call for mini read. Anybody want a mini read? I'll head on out. As a reminder for those who came late, Jay, I think you came after I spoke about this. I'm going to, let's see, Thursday night. I hope you're not working. Now, I don't know what's going on. I think maybe I will just get out of here. I'm not very happy with the status of where people's minds are tonight. We all need to do a little reboot here. Get back into our happy place. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Oh. Betty time. Yeah, well, not quite, but good enough, close enough. Yeah, I don't need to be staying up real late tonight. That's fine too. I was going to tell you though, I know a lot of nuts, and it's so interesting the timing of sometimes they're here, and like Saturday night was beautiful. We didn't have all that. We always have some, but not like this. This is ugly. Thank you, Judy. I so appreciate you. Thank you for saying that, and you too. And again, thank you for your purchasing a reading tonight. I appreciate you. So I will be back Thursday night for my, I got to say it right, Soul Tribe family members readings and Q&A. So Jay, that's you. You're one of my members that's in that tier. And I'm doing Q&A and free readings for those members, whoever shows up for that. So that'll be Thursday night. And then Friday night, I'll be back here to do live reads like I'm doing tonight. So, pass the word, and I will, thank you, Jay. And if you know, you always have great questions about whatever metaphysical things that we can talk about. So I'm counting on you. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. It's kind of a weird one anyway. So, much love to everybody. Wishing everybody many blessings. And I'll see you guys. Well, I'll see my members Thursday night, and I'll see everybody else Friday night. So, many blessings, guys. Take care.